Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Building Tables with Charity Claire, and I'm back here with another video. And this one I'm going to shake a few tables. This video is actually for that person out there that actually feels guilty when you say no. If you're the kind of person that you're in your down seasons and you feel like people are not giving as much as probably you were giving when you had, this video is for you. So let's go on a journey and let's just have a conversation. There is such a thing as foolish giving, and for me in this season, that is something that God has actually opened my eyes to see. There is such a thing as foolish giving, and this is something that I've come to learn in later on in life. We all know giving is a good virtue, and we all encourage even our young children, like we encourage them to share. Like sharing is one thing that we encourage or instill in our children from a young age. But there is such a thing as foolish giving, whereby giving that doesn't have boundaries, giving that is not actually led of God, giving that is at the detriment of your own future. Those are all under what I would call foolish giving. And how do I know this so well? I have been a victim of that, and I decided to actually come out and make a video, hoping that someone out there will actually pick a thing or two. Because for me, like, I've gone through a season of lack or of scarcity, and this is where God taught me this, and this is where God has started teaching me and putting these particular precepts in me. And now, when we talk about foolish giving, how it actually showed up in my life is the fact, like, God gave me a kind of a scenario of someone that has been given a mango, or maybe like junk fruit, and you're supposed to get this and get the seed and plant it so that you have a tree that can produce more fruit and then be able to feed other people. You get the mango and give it away, because you feel that you're giving from a place of like a generous. You do not want people to not lack. Or that is the decision relieving thing that makes me give, whereby I do not want other people to feel that lack or to feel that discomfort that comes with lack. So if I can, like, I will give till my last cent. That was before. And moving forward, like, now I know better that the Bible is very clear that there is seed time and harvest time. So you're just new into the workplace and you've just graduated, or you've just put your hands to plow and you're just setting up a business, and you cannot be giving out every coin that comes in. You cannot be giving out every coin that comes in, because therein is seed. And that was for me the big realization. There was seed. I gave out my seed. So giving is a good thing, but if you're giving out your seed, you are giving out foolishly. And trust me, there are consequences for such foolishness. Yes, there are consequences. And for me, I had to actually give foolishly, then also come to the point whereby I'm facing the consequences of giving foolishly. And as a Christian, I know sometimes you are in this place whereby you feel that you're supposed to give and give and give and give, which is good, but giving has to be actually undergirded and underpinned by the fact that you actually fortify yourself with wisdom to actually give even better. So you cannot say that you're going to be very generous by giving out the seed, so that the seed that you would have planted, so that tomorrow you have a tree that is feeding very many people, as in giving very many people mangoes, or you have as a tree that produces mangoes and you can get more seed and create an orchard and even give people jobs and give people like sources of income. That one seed that you had, you weren't stewarding it well. You did not steward it well because you feel that you had to give everything. You get? So that is a realization that I came at, like, for that time that I've not had a job. Like, that is something that by the way, I thank God for it. I thank God for it because if it wasn't for this season of scarcity, I don't think I would have come to that realization, or I don't think it would have actually made sense of being ingrained so well within me, you know. But this season has actually brought it to light that I was actually giving foolishly, you know. And you are a steward. You are a steward of your past, your present, and your future. So in your past, you know, you might have had trauma, and for me that is what happened to me. You might have had trauma whereby you at some point that you did not lack, you lacked certain things, you know, and you know what it feels like to really need something and not have it. So when you grow up, like, you feel like you want to shield everyone from that experience at whatever cost, you know, at whatever cost. Even if it means wiping your account clean, you are willing to do that, you know, because you feel like it's a noble cause. Like, it's a noble cause, that the satisfaction that comes from the fact that the person has not been able to actually go through certain things because of you. Like, foolish giving involves actually denying yourself that ability to multiply. Yes, anytime you deny yourself the ability to multiply that has been given unto you, you are being a bad steward of your future. Because trust, and for me, like, this season of not being employed has really taught me a lot. Because, guys, tell me why I was actually admitted, and you know, the people that you give your time to go see them in hospital, and what, given and granted, no one requested to be visited, but you believe that because you are a friend, and if someone informs you, then it's just courtesy that you go and actually see them and help them here and there, because you know that this is your close circle. And guys, I was in hospital. I think barely anyone came to see me. I was on oxygen. And granted, people were calling and all that, but it taught me quite a lot. Like, it woke me up. For me, I have this kind of mindset that even as a mother, I still need to pour into my friendships. Like, I'll be a mother for life. I'll be a mother for life. So I still need to build friendships, and I still need to make sure that I make out time. Now, for me, I will not make out time for everyone, you know, but for family, for close family, for close friends, I will inconvenience myself and my child and actually make time. But when you find that, you know, this is not being reciprocated, I had this foolishness of, you know, maybe like someone has, so I don't know where I got from this thing, but I just always felt like that is how I would want to be treated, like on my wedding, that I cannot give someone less than 250K, like a 250,000, because I feel like that's money that can do something for them other than 50K. And but guys, I was there being generous while giving out my seed. And that is something that I do not want another person out there, especially a woman out there. You know, women, we like giving, like we'll give the clothes off our back for other people. But especially someone out there, I don't want you to make the same mistakes. And if you pick anything from this, is let go of that guilt, let go of that trauma. Like, actions is that trauma speaking into your hand to give, even where you are not necessarily supposed to give, you know. Guys, don't give out your seed. Don't give out your seed. The time that you're supposed to be investing in maybe starting up a business, the money that you're supposed to be putting aside for your emergency, the money that you're supposed to be putting aside for investing, you know, so that you multiply and then you're able to give. Because, guys, even Christ, even Jesus, when he was going to feed the multitude, what he got, he first multiplied. And therein is a certain kind of wisdom that I picked. Whatever you get, multiply and then feed the multitudes, because the multitudes will always be there. Because in that multiplication is the ability to actually have in abundance that you even have leftovers. Realize, like I want you to realize that that is a seed in your hand and that you need to multiply it to be able to be of a greater impact. As a Christian, I recognize the fact that we are called to give and that we are called to be cheerful givers, you know. Yes, because God gave and we are formed after his nature. But being a cheerful giver is one thing. Being a giver out of trauma is another thing. People do not owe me anything for me pouring out all my seed into their season of need. So as I bring this to a close, and something that I'd like to like, what is your take home message? Like, what are your take home points from this whole almost rant? Like, the number one thing is that you are your number one steward. Yes, you are your number one steward, because the Bible is very clear that as long as the earth remains, there's going to be seed time and there's going to be harvesting. What have you planted during your seed time? Have you eaten the seed? Guys, do not give out your seed, you know. Remember, like, you're a conduit of these resources, because you go to your 9 to 5, you make money, and as soon as you sit home, there's a roof over your head, you need to pay rent, there's water that you need to pay for, there's electricity. So you are a conduit. You're literally, like, the money is literally going. Have you given yourself money for the future? Being a good steward, like, God gave me, you know, I'm my best steward. Like, I'm always going to be with me. So I need to be a good steward of myself, you know. Like, I need to be a good steward of the resources that God has given me, and being able to multiply them using his wisdom, using his insight, and using the strength and the environment that he has given me to be able to multiply them to realize a greater impact. That is all on me. So if you're giving seed, like, is it in fertile grounds? Is it in are you strategic in your investment, so that in the later days, in the days that you do not have, you're able to actually benefit from the giving that you're doing right now? And for me, the one thing I want you to know, that being a steward of yourself means that you learn to give to yourself. Like, if you need the rest, give yourself the rest. Like, if you need that money, if you need to invest and multiply, learn to say no. God is unto you what he is unto everyone else. The way you trust him to take you through down seasons is the way other people should also trust. And you know, sometimes we actually rescue people from their own mistakes, from the circumstances or the consequences of their own mistakes, simply because you're giving from a traumatized place. Remember, you are your own steward. Like, stewarding your resources is, don't feel guilty. The word is guilty, to say no in some instances. And number 2, life is in seasons. Yes, life is in seasons, and we can pick a bit of wisdom from the ants. You know, the Bible says that these guys don't have a ruler, they don't have a boss, they don't have anyone guiding them, or supervisor telling them do this. But they know that, okay, now that we are able to get food, we need to store the food for the season when we won't have food, or when we won't be able to go when it's cold, you know. And then for you there as a human being, and you're eating everything, there is wisdom in putting money aside, because seasons come and go. Okay, seasons, there will always be season. That season whereby you have your strength and you're able to work, and you're able to gather, you're able to till the ground, you're able to do that business, you're able to venture out, you're able to travel and do that. There is that season. And then there is a season whereby you might not have the same circumstances, if I may say. For me, that one came when it came to motherhood. I don't have the same circumstances to to just up and go and make money, you know, to try this, to try that, and no, like it has to be quite strategic. And now it's harder, you get, but there's a season in time whereby I had that ability, you know. So life is in seasons, and in your season of sowing, make sure that you sow and that you sow good. Okay, but I hope you now give from a wise place, a place of wisdom, a place of discernment, and there is a work that is supposed to be done because God has given you talents to actually multiply that seed that He has given you. So multiply the seed and then give from that place. Continue giving, but you need to give now from a place of wisdom. Do not give out your seed. There is no virtue in giving out seed, because what are you going to plant when it comes to seed time? That is why in that time when you're supposed to be harvesting, like from your investments, from your savings, and from your emergency fund, there is nothing. So give to yourself, give to Claire what belongs to Claire. What you're supposed to invest, what is your seed, give it to yourself. Put it aside. And then also give to God what belongs to God. And then the last point, it's a little bit controversial, but yes, lastly, don't stop giving. Because this whole video can come to the point of like, be selfish, don't give. No, we are blessed to be a blessing. But also Christ as well says that give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and to God what belongs to God. Don't stop giving, but you need to be on the list of the people that you give to, because there is wisdom in that, there is virtue in that, there is good stewardship in that. I hope you picked a thing or two from this video, and that is it for me for now. Yeah, don't be a foolish giver, be a wise giver. Bye for now. Subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and let's discuss